2, 1.
Here we go. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Heard You podcast. I'm Tessa.
And I'm Adam.
And we are excited to be here. Hey guys, we have kind of a different podcast for you today. We decided to go with a Halloween spooktacular theme. Don't let tech frighten you. I don't know. I like all those play on words. So we actually have our computers out, which means we get to share some goodies today.
Wah, wah.
Pretty stoked. Okay, so before we get going, how are you doing?
I am great.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm doing really good.
Good.
It's been busy, but enjoying life, living life.
Yeah, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah. Everything's good. How about you?
Yeah, it's been busy. Last week I was at TCEA headquarters, which is always fun. Well, I'll be honest with you, it was a little difficult just because the content we are doing. So like I can work all day, but going to something like that, my brain hurts so bad.
Mhm.
Does that sound bad?
No.
I mean, because I use my brain here, obviously a lot, but it's stuff that I know how to do. And sometimes at TCEA, there's things I'm like, I don't know how to think about it like that. I don't know what that means. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No, I
So
know.
like I go home often or not home, but back to the hotel, and everybody's like, let's hang out in the lobby. I'm like, I'm really okay. I'm just gonna DoorDash food. I'm good.
Yeah,
So
I think I'm going to go
anyway, yeah. Oh, and so James is at a conference this weekend too, and they finished at like 4:30, and he's like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, well, I know what I would do. He's like, we all know what you do. You go back to the hotel room and not leave until the next morning. He's like, I'm not built that way. It's like, I like that. So anyway,
No, you got to go explore.
but yeah, so
Austin, right?
it was in Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, so this is really squirreling, but it's crazy. And I'm not getting into politics, but like I have to talk about this because this is what happened. So my Uber driver, his name was Height. We'll just leave it there. Okay. And he's like, hey, yo, you got in at the right time. So I was like, okay. Like I didn't know, because I was going to headquarters. And he's all, man, that Trump guy, he's coming. And they shut down the whole 71 because he flew in to do a podcast with Joe Rogan. And so they literally shut down the entire highway. So there was like 4 of our board members who didn't make the meeting on time because they couldn't get through because they drive in because the highway was shut down because Trump was in town.
Wow.
And so I was like, that's crazy.
So they shut down a whole highway?
Whole highway so his caravan or whatever could travel.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I mean,
But he's got a helicopter. Why did he get just like
why didn't you land where Joe Rogan's hosting his podcast?
should they have a helipad somewhere close?
Yeah. But you could hear the helicopter. Like it was because where we stay, so like where we stay is, I mean, honestly, I probably could walk to the hotel if I really wanted to, because it's like a 2-minute Uber ride. But then headquarters is like a 5-minute Uber ride. So you can still hear all the planes and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I thought it was kind of cool. Like I've never been in a place where they've shut everything down. Like sometimes in Houston, like at Houston Hobby, like the international one, they shut it down because like important people fly in and things like that. But I really thought, honestly, Austin would have its own private airport for all the politicians and stuff like that.
Especially because it's the state capital.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Anyways, I thought that was kind of cool.
Well, in Hereford, I don't get that.
No, I know. Why don't they shut that down for Dr. Carter? Shut 15th down when he goes by.
The biggest town around us is Amarillo that I like to frequently visit. So
we'll see what we can do next time.
I don't experience none of that.
When the HISD vehicle rolls through for playoff time.
The HISD TV vehicle.
Yeah, the biggest thing we get is the playoffs where we can shut something down like that.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. It made me laugh, but the guy's like telling me all about it. It's like, cool. So,
hey, right on time.
Anyways, so yeah, it's been a good week. Also, I'm really sad because we had planned this podcast. Okay. And this is so stupid. Like it really is. I am not a fan of the color orange. I just don't like it. Like it's not something I ever pull out. But I have one orange shirt. Yeah. And it says "Hey Boo" for Halloween because also I really don't like Halloween that much. Like don't kill me. It is what it is. And I really don't want to dress up for Halloween. So that is my way to get around not dressing up. So it says "Hey Boo" kind of how, and you can't see it because of the computer because normally we're in our chairs and you would be able to see it. But But behind this screen, there's a Hey Boo shirt on.
It's there. I've
And
seen
trust
it.
me, I'm not excited to wear this orange.
I like orange. There's only one orange that I
Oh,
like.
I know.
It's burnt orange.
Hook 'em.
Um,
Oh, that's
anyways,
craziness.
that's a nice
Hey,
orange.
we need to see if when we're at TCA this year, if they have a basketball game going on. That'd be
Yes.
fun to go watch.
The Moody Center.
Yeah, because they don't have professional sports there, like when we're in San Antonio or whatever.
Yeah.
But that'd be really cool to go watch because we're there on a Saturday through Wednesday. So
Yeah.
surely there's going to be a game.
Did you let us do a Heard You podcast at the Moody Center?
I don't know
Dude, that'd be
what
crazy.
kind of level do you have, like,
I
of
don't know.
clearance do you have to have for that?
I work for HISD TV.
Yeah.
We gotta do
Duh.
this.
They shut down 15th Street for us. They'd be like, what?
Only during playoffs.
Only during playoffs.
But they do shut it down.
Okay. Anyways, all right. So should we
Back
get
on
into the
track.
content?
Yeah, back on track. Let's go.
Okay, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna share a couple of tech tools, not really tips, but tools that you guys can utilize in your classroom. Some of them are going to, well, one of mine could be Halloween theme or holiday themed, but also I will link in the description a couple of activities that you can do. And yes, I realize Halloween is literally tomorrow.
Yep.
That's how we roll sometimes.
That's it.
But save it in your pocket for next year or transition it into something different. So I'm going to go first, and let's see if we can get this going. Okay, so you actually have to you have to go through it the whole time. That's okay. All right, so the first one I want to share with you guys is called This is Sand. I don't know if you ever grew up making sand art, but I did. My mom always really encouraged me to do crafts, and so I guess these had to be cheap. I would suppose because my mom always bought them for me. But we lived in a trailer house and it had a ledge, and so any one of these that I would make, she would put it up on the thing. And my mom was very sentimental and kept everything. And so like even to this, like before when she passed, now she's been gone for almost 10 years now, I found some of her favorite jars.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, why do you have all this? So anyway, so this is something that you guys could utilize for brain breaks, or if you just need, an ending activity for the last 5 minutes. So like I said, we'll link all these so you guys have this. This does work on devices, so you can get it on your Google Play. I don't know if it works on the ClearTouch board. I did not try that, but you can do it on Chromebooks or on your MacBooks. So it's really simple. All we do is say play now. And now you have this screen right here. So if you look right here, these are the different color options that you have, which is really cool. The first one will just kind of set it up for you, but you can customize these. And literally all you do is you click on your mouse or on your keypad and the sand falls. So this is exactly like what our sand art used to be growing up. And I don't even know if they still make those anymore, but it's just something kind of to give the students a break, to give you a break, to get to be creative, different things like this. So that's why I'm saying this is perfect for some sort of a brain break. And you can save them. If you taught your students how to screenshot, y'all can make little collages of like a portfolio of students of what their work they did, all of that good kind of stuff. So that one's really cool. And that is called This is Sand.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one I'm going to share is, I'm sure none of you are surprised by this, is Canva. So there's a lot of times where we want to create something, but we literally just don't have time for it, right? So like maybe I want to do a Halloween bingo for tomorrow, but I don't have time to sit down and create it. So I'm going to show you guys a quick way to do this. So if we come here to presentation, it's going to click's not the right word. It's going to make a blank one. Okay. So right here, I can type in classroom game. And now it's going to give me a ton of different classroom games. So since Halloween is coming up, you are going to have some other the holiday themed ones. Like if you were to search this around Christmas time, winter things will be there. So like I said, you can do any of these. Now, one of the cool things, I'm going to choose this one, the Never Have I Ever. One of the cool things about Canva is you can edit just about anything in it. So you could do the colors, you could do the content, whatever. But if you're needing something quick this is a great feature. So what I love about this is you notice my main presentation has not changed, right? So I can just click over what I want. So, okay, obviously we need the start of that. That's fine. So I can create a blank page, come back over here to design, and maybe I only want this one. So that's all I have to do is just click and drag it. So never have I ever carved a jack-o'-lantern. That's a good question. You're going to be surprised about how many kids haven't done this yet. So this is great. You can have conversations, different things like that. So within about not 2 seconds, probably about 30 seconds, I have a little game created for my classroom. You also can, you can search anything. So like if it's Thanksgiving, you do a Thanksgiving one, or Valentine's, you can do a Valentine's one. I know you guys have Valentine parties. So I just wanted to show that to you guys so that you could see fast ways to create quick things for your classroom.
Wah, wah, wah.
All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Adam.
Gracias. So mine's somewhere along the same lines as Tessa's is Canva. So it's actually an alternate to Canva, if you will. It's called, shocker, right? It's called Adobe Express.
What? You sharing an Adobe product? No. So cool, though.
Really neat. Sorry, that was loud.
Guys, he got really excited about the Adobe.
I like Adobe. Really neat little tool here. The good thing about it is it's free to all staff. I think we have it available to students too. That's a little bit of different conversation, but we can talk about it if you guys are interested in doing something like that. But do you have something to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, who would be ideal for this? For a class? Like, so like, obviously every kid deserves a chance to get to use this, but off the top of my head, I can think of a couple of people who should reach out.
Yeah. And some of them maybe use them at CTE. CTE is one that they could probably use it there. Their graphics and design.
Right.
And then art teachers.
Yes, that's who I was thinking of, is our art teachers from junior high all the way up to high school.
So if you're an art teacher and you don't have this, or if you're any teacher and you would like to have this, just reach out.
Right.
To me, I'm actually the console manager, so I can give you an account and get you going on your way.
Perfect.
If you actually have an Adobe account, you have access to it. You just need to type in this URL
right. Because digital graphics is art now. Like, we're transitioning to, there's a lot of that. So, okay, I'll be quiet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's share this amazing product.
So no, you can do different things. Of course, generative AI is now a part of it. So you'll see it up at the top. It's the first one that comes up. So you can create a spooky images. And this is cool because it tailors it to the season that we're in. So right now we're in October, Halloween season. So it'll put something here close to Valentine's. It'll do something towards Valentine's. So that's pretty neat.
Perfect.
And then so you'll just type in a prompt, you generate it there. I'm not going to bore you with all that. I think we've done that pretty much every video that I've ever made. You can also make a video, create a graphic, animate your voice. So voice, I think it has a lot to do with AI as well. And then you can also build a web page. So this is something that I just noticed not too long ago. This is probably a cool thing to have for like also your art classes where you can showcase your work.
Right.
So if you get kids, and you don't even have to create them in Adobe Express. If you create something like in Canva or anywhere that you create it, but you want to showcase it, especially like if you're an art teacher and you want the community to see it, you build a web page, it gives you a link, you share that link, and voila.
Nice.
Nice little deal.
Do you know, so have you played around with the web page part of it yet?
Not a whole lot.
Okay. I'm curious to see the difference between Google Sites versus this. Like, what's the privacy of it?
Yeah, and so we can look more into that and then just kind of make a separate video of that. But I think it is beneficial to have that as far as because you're creating the stuff here, why not build it and create it at the exact same time? And I think that's kind of what their goal is with that. But you do have, so I'm going to go through some of the stuff that I've created and that I've kind of gone in through here. You'll see some of this other stuff. This is a fun one that I kind of want to show to you guys. I created this in TCEA last year when I got certified for the TCEA the Adobe Creative Educator, I think is what it is.
Right.
So this was the final test.
The music's a banger. It makes me want to sway my shoulders.
So every single one of those is an actual element, what you call an element. So I'm clicking through them, and you can animate it. You can put music to it. You can tell it to disappear, reappear. I had a picture of me here, and I don't know what happened to it.
I mean, I thought that was you. I thought that was
It's not me.
back in your heyday.
Yeah, so that's definitely not me. But it's a nice little feature. Guys can kind of build something and show it off with your students, however you want to do that. You can upload different files if you wanted to. You can create templates, your media, text. Text is another fun one. Let me go to my stuff again.
So this activity, I try to create all content within instruction, but this would be a fabulous idea for like end of the unit. Like, what did you learn? What are some questions you still have?
Yeah.
Or like to make notes, like visual notes, and put it in your Google Classroom as resources.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. I like it because I can play with it and it's fun. Tessa will give you a little more.
Hey, there's your face.
There, see, that's the one that I was trying to get to. Anyways, there's just a whole lot of things you can play around with. I encourage you guys, if you don't have it, reach out to me. Let's get you on it. If you're interested, if you don't want it, move on.
Our feelings aren't hurt.
No, absolutely not. But if you think that this could be beneficial in your classroom, then just holler at us and we'll get you an account, get you playing on it.
Perfect. Also, Adam, I'm sure you know this, but they have contests every month through Adobe Express that students can do and enter. So like, I don't know. It's Red Ribbon Week. Do you remember them doing like making the drug contest? Not drug contest. Creating a poster.
It's the wrong school. It was at the wrong school.
Anyways, creating the poster for the drug, the dare
the
competition, and like you could win or whatever. So like this is kind of like what we used to do as a kid, but digitalized. Those
dare.
kind of,
I remember dare.
Yeah, dare. Isn't that what I thought that was what Red Ribbon Week was?
It used
is
to
the
be.
dare stuff.
For us,
okay.
It was. Is dare still a thing?
I don't know. I just know that.
I don't even remember what it stands for.
I just know drugs are bad. We don't do drugs.
I'm trying to think of the acronym. I can't remember. But there used to be a dog that came.
Yes.
Was it the dare
dog?
I
don't know.
It's all running in together now.
We'd have to ask Kendrick on that one.
But yeah, no, that's a great idea. I mean, you create these things, show them off. A lot of the things that you do in your classroom, nobody sees it but you and your kids. Some of that stuff needs to be shown up.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're creative. If you have kids that are creative, why not? So.
I concur with that. I think that's awesome. Okay, so I have two more that I'd like to share with you guys. And so this next one is called We Will Write. And I would actually show you, but I don't have students to demonstrate this with. So you're going to be like, this is kind of weird. So we're going to watch this video. It's almost 2 minutes to show what it is. So basically a background of it is our students need to be writing all the time, right? And that is something that our kids struggle with all the time. So this is an interactive way for you guys to incorporate writing, and it's quick writing to get details and figurative language in and things like that. And it makes it competitive, which I think is really cool. So let's take a look at this video and see what it's about. Oh, my sound is going to be off.
Oh, it is.
Because I'm muted.
Okay.
Okay, so plan B. It's fine. We're going to monitor and adjust. All right. So you can see here, you can pick a topic of what you want it to be about. They have templates that are already created for you, or you can make your own. Students log in with a pen, just like they would on like a Kahoot or quizzes or something like that. So we can see them using that. And it puts them into teams. So they don't get to pick their teams. They have to, it just randomly picks their teams for them, which I think is great. All right. So right here, you can see they have this prompt right here, describe the personality, appearance, and her superpowers. And so the students will have, I don't know the time, maybe like 2 minutes to write about this, to describe it. And so, so look at them busy writing. I swear you would see that they're busy typing away. This girl's stressed out. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Anyway. All right. So it goes through, and then the students on the team, so it could separate them with however many kids you have. So like, let's say there's 5 students on the team. They get to read through the passages or the quick little snippets that they get, and they get to vote for their top one. Okay. So then from there, it takes the other teams. And so if you have 5 groups, you have 5 things you get to vote from. Now, from the teacher side, what it does is you can pull out the literary devices that the students use. Like, wow, they used hyperbole here. This is really great. That should score a little bit higher.
Mhm.
Or, oh, hey, look at the figurative device that they used here. Those kinds of things. And then you have a winner for the day. And so not only does that person win, the entire team wins. It's group work, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so this is a really cool new tool that is out. So see how they're going through right there and showing like you used really great adjectives here, or you have examples of metaphors or whatever. So, and that's built in AI. It notices those things. So as a teacher, one, obviously we notice that too, right? We can point those out, but it's going to do these marks for you. You don't have to do that, which I think is fabulous to go through and model those. And so, and look how happy they are. Look, so happy. I don't think this kid thinks that should be a winner. And then look, these kids won.
Yeah.
So anyway, so when you sign up, it will ask you your grade level. So then you get templates based on your grade level. So this is not just an elementary thing. This is not just a high school thing. Everybody, this is made for everyone. So I think this is super cool.
Absolutely.
It is fairly new, so you might be on a wait list. So if this is something that you're interested in, especially to use for review practice after December, I'd go ahead and get your name on the wait list.
Mhm.
I don't know how long it takes. I was part of the beta form of it, so I was able to get in. So I don't know how long, but I know it's very popular. And it's on the Techy Talk, so it makes it even more popular.
Oh, yeah.
So people are signing up. But if this is something that you were interested in, I highly suggest that you do that.
Get on the waiting list.
Okay, and the last one that I'm going to share with you guys is this one. I don't know, Ideogram. I don't know how to pronounce this, but this is an AI tool. So basically what this does is you can create coloring pages based on a topic. So I taught 4th grade. There might be some times where I would need an Alamo picture. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, you're going to be surprised. There's not a lot of Alamo coloring pages. So anyway, so this is a really cool AI tool that you can utilize to create coloring pages or different activities like that for your classroom. Now, this is a free version. So it takes some time. You have credits. So you get like 10 credits a day. One coloring page takes 2 credits, something like that. But you're gonna be like, Tessa, we can't really print things. That's fine. What you do is you save this as a JPEG and upload it into like a Google Slides, and they can color it that way. So they can use paint, the fill in, they can use they have like a pencil in there. So it's just a different way to have something kind of creative. Would I do this as main content? Probably not. But if you have kids who finish fast, why not give them educational content coloring pages?
Absolutely.
If you're studying I don't know, if you're studying something in science with like a biology atom or molecule, you can have it create that. So anyway, so those were the other two that I wanted to share with you guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
These are all a pretty cool deal. I mean, I think I could use that.
Yeah.
I like coloring.
Imagine the mascot. What if you like, I don't know if you could upload it.
Cool.
I just type in a prompt for it, but you could pass those out at pep rallies or,
yeah,
I don't know.
That's a great
I think
idea.
there's a lot of other things you could do on that.
Absolutely.
I also think you could do that with Adobe Express. I'm sure. Create those coloring pages as well. So
several features, several different options that you can use.
Okay. So guys, like we said before, we will link these websites, and also have a few more surprises for you because my guy Matt Miller that I love to learn things from, he has a lot of templates. TCA has a lot of holiday templates. I did put one in our newsletter for October about digital breakouts, but we'll link all those for you guys in the description box. So, all right, Adam, we're going to end our podcast this way. What are you loving?
I am loving Chicken Express. I'm a big back.
That you are.
I just learned what a big back is.
Yeah, it's funny. Have you heard the song Big Back, Big Back?
So I say that a lot. No, I really enjoying the new restaurants in Erfurt.
Yeah.
You got options. You can go the new McDonald's if you wanted to. Just don't get the quarter pounder.
Was it gross?
No, there's a deal.
Oh, E. coli with the onions.
Something. I don't know what it was.
Oh, Okay, listen, I had E. coli one time, and I thought this was the end. I was like, this is how I'm gonna end. It's awful.
Yeah. No, but and then the way Hereford's looking, I love our community, right? And I love the new sidewalk. I just like what the city's doing and what Hereford in general, the community's doing, and what we're supporting. So, really loving that part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm loving that it's almost November, and that means we have 3 weeks and we're off for an entire week. But the reason why I love that is because it's playoff time, right?
Yeah.
So, like Tay and them, they have 6 more games, so 3 more weeks, and then the Lone Star Conference, and then the regionals, and then Lord willing, on to nationals again.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you right now, MSU Denver is out for blood. Like, they just keep making comments, and I'm like, they're gonna kill us.
Are they really?
They're actually ranked number 1, which I don't know how they're ranked number 1, because we won the Colorado Premier and they did not. I don't understand all the rankings, but yeah, the playoffs, like, and I love it when football gets to go to playoffs and volleyball and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I cry every send-off. Every send-off.
Do you really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You should have seen me when Tay and them came back from the national championship that first year. They brought back all the bus drivers. So there was a caravan of 6 buses. Anyone who drove them that year got to come back and celebrate. I start like sobbing because they made the corner, and Bob was the first one. Bob was their main driver, and then everybody followed suit, sobbing. Tay's like, "You good?" I'm like, "I don't think so.
I'm not okay."
Like every send off, it gets me in my feels. I cry, and I haven't had a kid in any of that in like 5 years, and I still cry.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, that's what I'm loving.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is a good time of year. All the playoffs, some of the sports have wrapped up. So a lot of them are wrapping up.
Yeah.
But if you get a chance to go support them, the community really showed up last night.
Yeah,
for
I
volleyball.
saw that.
I got to shout out the community, staff, Stevens, everybody that had anything to do with it. It was a fun atmosphere, electric. We were on the losing end of it, but yeah, if you get a chance to go, the girls have to play one more game, a playing game against Dumas. So
makes me nervous.
Wherever that's at, Hereford show up and be.
I would assume it's going to be at like a Cap Rock or something.
Well, I want Cap Rock. So somebody asked me last night, not that my opinion matters or anything, but they were like, "What do you think should be a good place to play?" I'm like, the last time we beat Dumas.
Yep.
I think this was a little bit. We were already in playoffs and we beat them to go into the regional finals. I think we played at Cap Rock.
Yep.
And I remember that specifically because
that's why I say it.
That was Danielle's freshman year, and it was amazing. So
even back when I was in high school, that's where we'd play Dumas.
Was it really?
Everybody be like, "Oh, but Cap Rock's orange." I'm like, yeah, but it's like, you don't understand our Herd fans. Like, it's gonna look all maroon and white.
Oh, for sure.
Like, that's just what it does. But like, even when I was in high school, that's where we'd play them.
Yeah.
And we'd always beat them. Whoever won that game would always win state.
Yeah.
Because our volleyball was so legit up here.
Yeah.
I mean, it still is legit.
No, it
but
is.
like, I mean, like, but the Dallas teams have come a long way since that time.
Yeah, and everybody has. But I feel like if you're in our district, if you're in this area, not just necessarily our district, because I was looking at some of the reviews. I mean, Amarillo High is always really good. Tascosa is always a contender. You name it, it's up in here in the Panhandle, man. It's something. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but
I think it's because we're so gritty. I really do.
Yeah.
Or at least like that's what I always felt about like our Hereford girls is we're so gritty. Like when we should have been done, people wrote us off and we'd come back and win.
That's what I'm saying. Like these girls, I mean, everybody, all our teams, we're homegrown, right? We don't get to go pick from, and not anyways, I'll leave it at that. We're homegrown.
Oh, that's a whole other podcast.
But they have heart. You know what I mean? You can't be heart.
Yeah.
Sometimes you lose the game, but you don't lose. You know what I mean? Like that fight. Anyways, I'm getting all pumped up. I'm ready to run through a wall.
I'm like, and when's the game happening?
We don't know yet. So I think they're probably deciding that today.
Yeah. I would assume it'd have to happen like tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah. Just look at their Hereford social media channels. They'll post it.
Yeah. HISD Athletics, Herd U Volleyball, Lady Whiteface Volleyball. Cool.
Yeah, somebody will post it, but I just wanted to shout out the community too.
Awesome. Yeah, I love this community.
Yeah, go Herd.
Go Herd always for life. For life.
For life.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you found some little snippets that you can use in your classroom or just in your everyday life. So as always, we love having you here and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.